Hello, Tanya. Hello, Julie. Hi, guys. I'm not sure how long this is going to take to spool up. Give me just a minute. I got to check some more things. Hope everybody's doing good this morning. It looks like I'm alive, that's for sure. Mm. But is everything else over here sorted? Yes. Oh, good. Okay. Hi. I'm glad everybody's here. I hope you're all doing good. Um, I'm going to attempt to fix my little boo boo right here. So that's my plan for right this minute. Fixing the boo boo. I was using a big fat marker and it got a little over. I got a little overzealous, I guess. Anyways, so I'm going to see if I can fix it. Not good, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. That's Alaska Lisa, my sister Lisa. Um, I got a message yesterday, and just so y'all know, Texas Lisa could really use some prayers. Her stepdad's in the hospital and not in town, but out of town, and it's been quite a not great ride. Um, they've had to change hotels, I think, now 3 times. Thanks, Tanya. Um, so it's her parents had gone off on a trip with some friends, and her dad had an issue, so it's been kind of rough. That's pretty good, but I really think it needs a little more. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Sharon. Um, anyways, I know that the whole family can use her prayers. I don't know when exactly, but her stepsister got there. So, okay. I think that'll fix it. It's not too bad. Yes, Julie, she has. Hi, Dana. Okay, now then, I need to get rid of this. Where's a piece of paper? This. I'm just trying to clean the brush off. I gotta, I go. I have to type to have it scroll down. Hi Sherry. Lisa's stepdad had some sort of heart issue on a trip. They're all gone off. I'm not exactly sure, Barbara. Um, they were in the Taos, Santa Fe area. I'm not sure where they had to move him from one hospital to another. So, and like I said, at least they've had to change hotels several times because of having to check in and out and things not being arranged. It's just been kind of a bad thing. Sherry, hi. Um, so I just know her whole family could use your prayers. Um, this is just not cleaning up very well. Of course, I don't usually use these brushes for acrylics, so. There. That seems pretty good. Yes, Barbara. I'm pretty sure it's a.m. She gets up at the crack of dawn to be here. So, all right. While that dries, I'm going to finish these. No, Sherry, she sure doesn't. You hate missing our lives? Well, I've been busy this week, so, and of course everything takes longer. Going out to the store is like you sweat just getting to the car, so well, and some days then Barbara she has to get ready and go to work because for Julie it's Monday. I'm really liking this. It's coming out really cool. No work today. Yay. Well, I've been working another bead show, so I won't be able to stay on real late again this evening because I have to do that. Come here. Yeah, there you go. On your Thursday lives, I have to go to work. Ah, okay. It's that day. Well, I knew sometimes you had to go to work. And my guess is even if Lisa makes it home by Thursday, I doubt we'll stream Thursday just because I'm sure she's going to be exhausted with taking care of everything. So we'll try to let you know if we're going to. You've been seeing him? Well, that's cool. Um, something is moving outside. Hi, Joyce. Okay, I can't see this very well. Yeah, I'm back to this two different kinds of glasses, guys. Okay. I did find out that I was still wearing some that were too strong to see chat. Last couple weeks, I've had something smaller and they work better. smaller magnifying thing. So I went to try to get another pair, and it's funny, but they're hard to get. Slow stitching dots today, so maybe I'm a little distracted. Slow stitching dots instead of doing your little journal page. I'm going to finish this up and let it get dry while I do a little journal page, and then I'm going to put some. I think it needs more ink on the edges, though. I really do. I think it needs to be more deeply inked on the edges, so I may have to ink up my stamp pad a little bit. There, now the boo-boo I made isn't quite so noticeable. Lid. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, where's the black? That's plum. Yeah, black. Ink may need to put some dots on her little book page. There you go. Dots are always good. Thank you, Julie. I'm really pleased with how it came out. Okay, we're gonna let this soak in a little bit before I ink that because I don't want to get it too bad all over one. Finally stumbled through making a video flip of her Little Book 5. New iMac and photo booth isn't recording. Yeah, I know that's what you said. I'm surprised that you're having trouble. We're going to let it dry a little bit, and then we're going to let this soak a little bit. That means we need to pull out the, let's pull out the little book. The new little book. Which one is the new little book? It only has one page done in it, so I think this is it. Isn't it? Yeah, okay. Need to do something. What are we gonna do? Need to find some papers, some tidbits, some scrappies. Putting the scan pages as slides and did a voiceover that worked okay. It doesn't seem personal. Yeah, the scan slide pages are not as, I don't know. It's the sound of turning the pages and stuff like that. I put some slides in some of mine sometimes, but I do like to turn the pages. Part of that is because the reason we do a book is because we like to turn the pages. We like to take it and turn the page, that kind of thing. I think, personally. I love this little piece of paper. These are from the other day when we were jelly printing. Hi, Andrea. Yeah, they cross the pages and point that this is that. Yeah. Barbara, I agree. Okay, so I kind of like the fact that this has got that. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but you know, we'll see. There's some words I kind of like. You know, this would make a fun tab for the top of a tag. That for sure. Does not. No, but it would. I like how that little piece tore off. Yeah, it stuck to the plate. And so when it tore off, it was stuck there. I like this dragon, but I don't like it with that. Been thinking of buying another gel plate to use with alcohol ink, but then I thought the delusions that I've had for years and hardly used them would be good. My understanding is that this supposedly the alcohol ink doesn't ruin your plate. I don't know. I'm sure it'll discolor it, but my plate's discolored anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Um, but it is something to consider. We were discussing last time, I can't remember if somebody was in. Um, was it Lamont, guys, who was talking about how expensive the plates have gotten? Anyways, they have gotten very pricey, I guess. I like that little flower. I also like this little girl, but she's cute. It discolors, but it still works. Yeah, that's kind of thought. I will tell you that I've been I worked all week since a week ago Thursday to get my plate mineral oiled. I kept putting more and more and more mineral oil on it. Left it on the dining room table for a while, trying to get it to soak in. It was just so dry. I must have put like 5 layers of mineral oil on it. Okay, not the purple one. Is there a blue one in there? No, there's a green. There's the purple, green. Oh, that's a blue one. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's a better pink one. Oh, that's an even better pink one, maybe. Oh, that's kind of purple. This is better. Oh, no. There we go. This is the one I want. There we go. Okay, don't know what else we'll use, but we'll use those. Yeah, it would be very good to have conditioned it more regularly. I really think I just really didn't do a good job of taking care of it. Which is not my normal. I don't usually clean it completely, but I usually keep it pretty well conditioned. But that plastic thing stuck to it really bad, so I'm just digging in my drawer for a piece of paper, guys. Something to go with this stuff. Not sure what. Maybe that. Not sure what exactly I want to do. I don't know. This sort of says that it should go over here. I'm thinking this may be a pocket. I may turn it into a pocket. So I'm thinking. I kind of like it. It's still wet. People store their plates with paper on it, but the paper sucks out the minerals from the plate, doesn't it? I would have thought so, but you know, a lot of people say you're not supposed to put that plastic sheet back on. And I always have. So you know, maybe I'm storing it wrong. I'm. It had been fine. I've never had that problem like I had last week. It's always been fine, but it doesn't mean it's fine now. It just means it's always been fine in the past. Okay, let's um I will tell you that there are times when that plastic sheet doesn't stick completely to the plate, and therefore there are these sort of bubble looking things to it. There again, you know, it's never been a problem for me. So I just don't know. You know, it's one of those. I don't know what caused. I'm pretty sure being dry caused the problem. Wax paper makes more sense, probably. Always use a piece of and see uh the, and I put it back in the clamshell. So you know, it's just how I've always done it. So I just don't know, but it could have easily been dry. It's been a long time since I used it. I hadn't used it for some time before we left home. I think I like that, but and the plastic sheet was fine, and I don't know. I just don't know. You know. It's just one of those things. And maybe I put it away dry last time. I thought I had conditioned it, but it's just all wet. It's okay. It'll be all right. So for those of you who came in after I talked about it, Lisa is out of town with her stepdad and her mother and her stepsister. Her dad had some serious health issues and they're in the hospital. He's in the hospital. And she could definitely use your prayers, guys. So, they had hoped he would get to go home because, you know, you always recover better at home, but so far that's not happening. Him with it in the cover. Yeah. Yeah, see, and mine is 12 by 14. So it just sits in its little plastic cover, in its little clamshell case. It's worked fine for 6 years. It'll continue to work fine. Or as fine as it's going to be. Push comes to shove, I'll have to turn it over. I've never used the back side of it, so. Okay. Lost my lid. Yes, she is a good one. Cause the puddle look to get. Yes, but the puddle look will go away after you use it some more. At least it has always in the past for me. Okay. I didn't know her stepsister had gotten there until yesterday, I think. Which I was really glad to hear. So. Well, that was dumb. Put glue at the top of it, which I should have done. There we go. There we go. Lisa got some glass, I think glass picture frames or something that she was putting hers in or on and then storing them in a drawer. I don't have that kind of space that would work, so. You guys don't have one that size. It's sort of settled and using my 9 by 12 plate mostly. Well, and see, that's why I bought the 12 by 14 plate, was because the paper I like to use all the time is the legal size paper. So it's 14 inches long, and therefore the plate, it covers the whole plate. They're on the top of little drawers in my cupboard. Sherry, are you okay? Not sure. Did I miss somebody coming in? Or I missed something in chat. Just a minute, guys. I'm going to scroll back a minute. I think Sharon is talking about Lisa, and yes, it's got to be costly. Like I said, they've had to change what do you call it? It's 3 times hotels. So I was going to, let's see. I'm thinking maybe I want some kind of little marks on this thing. Not that color. Definitely not that color. Sherry Griffiths found some plastic containers, I think, that are the right size and depth, that completely flat on the inside. I do have a piece of Pexos. Going to put it on. Find it first. Yeah, know about that. That finding it first thing is always tough. I'm happy with how mine's held up. I really am. I'm happy with the clamshell case that it came in. So just a minute. I have to check this, guys. The fact that I'm working today too doesn't help. Okay. That's not anything important. It can be dealt with later. Okay, so there we go. I just needed a little something more. Okay. All right, let's make some tags to go in and pocket. Where'd it go? There it is. Nope. But Lisa and I hadn't jelly plated for a couple of months before we went off on our trip. We were gone for a couple of months. So, you know, it had been several months since I'd had it out of its case. It just was yelling at me for not using it. That's all it was. now. And I'm sorry I haven't gotten any videos made, but I've been working, so it's sometimes hard to do that when I'm working. So, I've got video ideas, things I want to do. It's too far over. I wanted it to stick out, but I don't want it to hang off that far. And I'm not sure who sent me these little girls, but somebody sent me some little girls. I think I've used some of them in the past. Mm-hmm. And I glued that thing on there crooked. Just had to glue it on there crooked. Oh, I have a box to open. Yay! I forgot about it, Lisa. I'm sorry. I've been busy. Lisa, Alaska Lisa sent me a box. We'll open it as soon as I finish my page. It's cut open. I just haven't, I haven't explored it. So Lisa sent me she sent me a book back, and then she sent me some things she found at the thrift store, which is always a good thing, right? I should have opened it. There might have been something I needed for my little book page, huh? It's not a lot. It's presents. Presents are always good. The fact that this is crooked is really bothering me. It figures. I really need to do something about this pile over here. Oh, that didn't sound good. Okay. It's not good when you tape something on crooked and then you have to deal with it because it's crooked. let's try that. See what happens. Put something at the top and I won't notice it. Well, yeah, but I could fix it. That is if I can find the end of this tape. There it is. Watch me glue the tape down crooked. Hi, Brittany. Oh, well. You know that feeling? Not liking it at all. Not happy with it. Let's see what we can find. Maybe a word. Made a dot on the paper like the fabric dots. How cool. Maybe. Let's see what happens when we do. Okay, I really don't like that, and it's just getting worse. You know, sometimes there's a point where you just got to quit, but maybe if I find a word to put on it, it will be salvageable. I'm not happy with it. But you know, it's one of those things. Some days it just doesn't go right. That's all right. We'll just do another one, make up for it. I mean, yeah. Oh well. It'll go right in there like that. That'll be fine. Let's maybe turn this into a tag. I had these little faces. That's what I was thinking about doing. Something with these little faces. These are off some Jane Davenport watercolors. So they have little words on them. This one says best friend. This one's fairy tale. It's the name of the color of the paint. And there's two pink ones, and I had a blue one, so I don't know where it went to. There it is. It's right here. I was thinking about using this somehow as the thing on the top. Barbara's all done already. Take this on the ball today. Oh, yeah. This piece of wire does not want to come undone. Doodling now, finding more scraps to glue on. There you go. I like the faces too, Julie. I guess I didn't bring you in very well, did I today? Oh, it's as close as it's going to get. Ha ha. That's why. E. Blumenthal and Company, Carlstadt, New Jersey. Okay. Let's hope that my doodling would be better than it's been going today. I don't know that it will, but Okay, let's see here. Oh, I need a little handle guy. There we go. I'm trying to do 2 shades, but that wasn't quite dark enough. Let's see here. Now it's not going to be lined up. Okay, there we go. That's cool. All right. Okay. Water brush. Come on now, you need some water in it. Sorry guys, I guess I'm just not very talkative today. I apologize. I think that looks pretty good, although I think I'd like a little more green in this part. There we go. Yep. Just has to dry. Come on, water. There we go. I like it when it dries. you, Barbara. I kind of liked what happened with it, too. I think I'm just going to put, I don't know. We'll see. What do we want to do? How much will this stick out? Oh, it will stick out plenty. We'll just glue this on. That's what we're going to do. Uh-oh, forgot to put my pen back in. How do I do it and make it look so good? I used a stencil. I used a stencil. Oh, I guess I should tell you what I did use too, Lisa, because just a minute. Let me glue this down, and then I'll explain that pencil, because they're kind of different. Come on, go in the bottom. Oh shoot, that's what I get for leaving my lid off. Stick there. Okay. I have them in multiple colors because when I found a stash at an art store, I bought all the colors I could buy. These are called Aquarella or a Stabilo All pencil. Stabilo All is the word. Not for the vine though. You may say, oh, well, I just woggled it. Anyways, these, then they do come in a few colors, not a lot of colors, but these go on dry, but then when you wet them down, as you saw, when you wet it, it becomes like water soluble. It's different than a watercolor pencil because I have watercolor pencils too. These are, no, that's an Inktense pencil. That's another different kind. But I have some watercolor pencils where they're pencils and then you water them down. These are supposed to write on paper, glass, plastic, metal. And as long as you get them completely wet, once they dry, they're permanent. And I use them a lot, especially the black one. Thank you, Andrea. But heck, a vine is just a wiggly line, so I put the vine on there. I'm not sure I'm going to put the faces on there. Do I want to put the faces on there? No. Do not want to put the faces on there. So that's the answer to that question. But maybe we'll put these little butterflies on there because, I don't know, maybe just one. Not sure yet. We're going to stick him on here and then we'll decide. Yep, just one. This one we'll put back in the box. Okay. So I don't really like this one. It just, I don't know, something about it. I wonder if I cut it off, if I'd like it better. Yep. Oh, yes, much better. I got the talent to do vines. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Tell it, I guess. Um, yeah. I mean, Julie, isn't it so much better? Just take that piece off, and it turned out, and it's better. It just, sometimes you have to set it down and just take a look at it again a different way. I, so now both of these, I can't put them in right now because the butterflies are not quite dry, but both of these will just tuck in there, and that will be our page for today. Yay! Okay, we need to put the date on it though. What's today's date? Today's date is the 7th. Oh, shoot! Oh, bloody heck! Sorry guys, I forgot something really important for work. Barbara, I cut this off, but I forgot something for work. It's too late now. I'm sure it's 2 hours, 2.5 hours after the time frame. So, give me just a minute. I'll be right back. I've got to go send a message. I'll be right back, guys. Yay, Sharon has a little book to post. A little book page too. Is anyone still else making pages, Sharon? Guys, while I was over in Facebook sending that message, which that's just. Anyways, Jamie, the bands from the hurricane have gotten up to Jamie, so we need to have Jamie in our prayers too. Jamie's just north of Houston, so and they've already had way too much water, so I knew I was forgetting something this morning. Okay, today is July 7th, 2024. Okay, I'm just going to set this up here, clean up my table a little bit so we can open Lisa's box. because if I don't clean up the table, you can't find the table to open the box. Box is pretty good size, so. Come here. Okay, this is the scrap bin. These are actually trash thingies. Oh, and I forgot to put my pen back in my thing again. This is not a good day. Okay. All right, I'm going to go get the box. I'll be right back, okay? Let's take this back out as far as it will go so we can get the box up here. I'm actually just going to put the box on my lap so that, you know, it's out of the way, but she sent me art material, because you guys know I love this paper, right? So we have some art material. The deal was she's sending back this book. When she was here, I loaned her this book. It's got my notes in it. Did you enjoy it, Lisa? I was going to ask you. There are some things about this I really like and some things that don't work for me. So it was, I created my own kind of way I use this kind of thing. It's the exact method doesn't work for me. Yes, I want to make a brown paper journal. I want to make a paper bag journal with the different kinds of paper bags I have. Just time. It's in a package over here, over there, all ready to go in a basket. Just haven't gotten it done. Yeah. Well, now that's cool. She told me she got me some things at the, gosh, that's not been used yet. Or if it has, it's not been very well used. That's a cool frame one. Yeah, I think its whole idea is to do your own thing. For one, I don't like to have to transfer things from one book to another. So I have different books for different things. I use, we'll talk about it after I unbox the box, okay? That's cool. Thank you. Ooh, no, those are cool. They haven't been mounted yet. Which is good. I'm going to take most of my wooden blocks off of my stamps off the wooden blocks anyways. The wood blocks are just too hard to use. This is not working. I should get out my knife. That scribbly one is your favorite? Well, they didn't want you into it, that's for sure. Oh yeah, that's really cool. I like the scribblies. Okay, let's get the ink off. I wonder how. I'm afraid this is going to be too sticky on the yeah, it's really sticky. If I were to just take it off and use it on the clear acrylic block, I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna do that. But I'm not gonna put it on the wood blocks. I'm in the process of figuring out which ones I want to take off the wood blocks, stuff like that. Yeah, I like these. These are great. Awesome. Thank you. Ooh, this is cool. Oh, this would be cool with that mica powder. It's little flowers. Did you get this at the thrift store too? Those stamps are a neat idea to copy that carve out design and scribble carve. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, because it's just a simple design and then scribble carve it. Well, that's cool. I like that. Did you see where I used the just a minute. Let me see if I can find some of them. I have them here somewhere. I put them in a container. I thought. Shoot. Huh. Oh, doggone it. I thought I put them in something. That figures. Probably did. I just don't know where I put them. Anyways, I made a bunch of with the glue gun and some mica powders and glitters. I used this stuff to Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but I have to get my calendar and I have to do this right now. I'm sorry, guys. This is really important to work. Okay, and guys, I just got a message from Lisa, but hold on just a minute. Yeah, I screwed up today. I've really screwed up today. Don't forget to breathe. Sorry, guys. Okay, so August 20. And it looks like I just got a message from Lisa, so we'll 21. Okay. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Okay, let's see what Lisa said. Okay. Hi, Teresa, hon. I just got a message. They were still in, I think it's Santa Fe is where they're at, but I just got a message from Lisa. Okay, Lisa says they're fixing to load him and the oxygen machine and travel canister into the car and head home. I'm at the door waiting for them to bring him down. Please pray everything goes well. We only have a 5.5 hour canister. I'll be right with you guys. I'm going to send her back a message. Okay, let's finish our box. Bother. I will. I did, Teresa. I did, Julie. Lisa. Everybody, and hi, Teresa. Okay, let's finish my box. Let's finish the box. Oh, that's cool. I need those. Oh, these are cool. Are these the ones from the dollar store, Lisa? They look like the ones I've been using. I actually did all that, guys, before. I knew you were all going to say that, so I did it before you even said it. But these are cool. You guys know I've got you pulled way far out. Sorry. No, Amazon got a big box of them cheap. Okay. Well, I'll have to try them out. I'm having trouble. The one package of the ones I'm using are not sticking. If you guys didn't know, this is broke clear down into here, stays that way. So, and I'm having to use two, and they're not staying on very well right now. I don't know if it could be all the mineral oil I was putting on my jelly plate. So, thank you though, because I can use some more of those. Oh, more art material. And she sent me these. Thank you. She had these what were you working on? Were you working on socks? I can't remember. I think she was working on socks. Anyways, they're circular. You put your circular needles in them together. Like if this was a circular knitting needle, a pair of them, you take them. This is better. You take the two circular needles and put them in there. They were on her sweater. Yeah. And that way it keeps things from poking through the bag, and it protects the needles, and it keeps your knitting from coming off. Oh, do you put it through there or through there? I think you put it through this end. Yeah, I need to clean my nail. It keeps the mineral oil, I think, is what's been taking it off. So, anyways, Lisa, thank you very much for that. For all of it. Anyways, I was gonna. Okay, so we were talking about this bullet journal thing, and one of the things that he's so on about is using like one book and keeping everything in. You put the needle through the black end. Okay, so okay, because there's a slit in this black end. You put the needle through there, and it holds on to it because it's squashy. It's squishy. It opens. Let me see if I can put that back into. Okay, see, there's a crack in it, and you can push the needle through, and then it won't poke things. See, and I would have been sticking them in there, and they wouldn't have stayed on there, right? It's like, okay, duh. I'm so smart. Oh. Well, because it's in this rubbery part, your needle goes in there. There's usually only about that long, so then it doesn't poke anything, and circular needles can let stuff slide off easily, so this keeps it from sliding off. The circular needle, because how shall I put it? You're usually using a circular needle sometimes when you have lots and lots and lots of stitches. To me, that's when I use it. Or and it just means that you have it all on one thing. Lisa, maybe you should suggest why you would use this thing other than to protect it. I'm tired, Teresa, and I screwed up something for work. I just really screwed something up. I don't have a September show now because of it. Post a picture on how they work in the Facebook page. Thank you. That will work wonderfully. I appreciate that. Anyways, one of the things that they talk about in here is like using the same book and keeping everything in one book, and then he kind of transfers stuff out of one book and into another book, and writing a new calendar a lot of the times. He also uses like these things to note like little what do I want to call it, different kinds of symbols. Okay, those things don't work for me, so I have a different kind of, I use this idea, but I have a little bit different kind of system. So I do kind of have one book. Okay, let's get back up further. And I know Lisa, Texas Lisa, has been using this. And she is using like one book. For her, that's what's working. So, that's kind of, it's all a personal preference thing. You've got to learn to make it do what you want it to do. And it's just kind of like, I used to use a great big book, but I didn't have to tote it. Now, because Mom and having to do so many appointments for Mom and all that kind of stuff, I have to tote it. So that's another thing. But they make a calendar in their thing every month, but I have to have my calendar in advance for months. I mean, this calendar goes into 2025. With the way things go for us, I have to have my calendar. Okay, this is my July, and this is just part of it. So the other thing is I don't use symbols. I use color. I do a color based on what it's for. So instead of symbols, I'm using colors. Okay, so I have to have an overall calendar. I have to have a weekly calendar so that I can keep my act together. See, like, okay, and obviously I didn't keep my act together today because I screwed it up. So but like I've got, okay, did things get moved around? Things must have got moved around. Yeah. Yeah, they did. So see, it's like, anyway, so I have a monthly calendar which goes into the next year always, because, well, we already have a planned something in April of next year, which did not get put on here yet. This one, this is a half a year, but it's, a weekly thing. This one, and here's the next thing, is that he talks about, all of the things you want to, begging, pleading is not going to work. I managed to get one for August, but not for, once the calendar is full, it's full. Same colors in my electronic calendar, then I only really use the weekly written. See, yeah, and that's the thing. Thanks, Barbara, though. It is what it is. I'll have to look for something else or do something else. I don't know, since I screwed it up. Another thing he talks about is collections. Okay, and they do these custom collections, and he's got it on different pages in his book. Well, if you're carrying the same book all the time, and your calendar is in that book, and your everyday stuff is in that book, and your to-do lists are in that book, and everything else is in that book, which is great, then every time you have to change books, you have to change where your collections are. So instead of doing that, this is Traveler's Notebook size, just so everybody knows. It's a odd European type size, which is no big deal, but it's what I use. Instead of doing that, I have, it's actually now I've gotten, is there 2 or 3? There are 2 books. I did just recently combine a couple of books because it had gotten kind of unruly. And I write tiny, so it's not that hard. And I do sometimes stick things in with paper clips. But these 2 books can stay here. They don't have to be changed at all. They have my collections in them. So calendars, and a lot of times there's a 3rd calendar book, which I haven't printed. This is the last half of this year. I need to print the first half of next year. Dana, I may do that. I've got some other things I want to do too, as far as I got some books I want to sell, and some rubber stamps I want to sell, and a few things like that. I may do some of that, and I may do some beads on here. She uses the iPad too, Barbara, so whatever app she uses is probably one you could use. I don't do stuff on the computer. I spend so much of my time on the computer working. I don't want to be on the computer. Anyway, so this works for me. This is my book. So the calendar pages can be changed, and then this book stays the same all the time. And if I have to add some more, I can. So that's. Oh, and by the way, Lisa, I did get Mom sorted out with some new PT. There's some other stuff happening there too. I got a call the other day about getting a doctor that'll come into the house, into the facility. Anyways, that's so. Color Note app. Okay, Lisa's lost her sound. She's having trouble with her computer today. The other thing is that, like, this cover is I don't remember when I made it. It's a couple years old. They usually last me a good couple of years, but because they get toted around, even though even though they're what shall I say, covered with Mod Podge and all that, they do tear up a little bit, and so maybe it's time to make a new one, but right now I don't. I got a place to shove stuff, like little doctor's notes and things. Fix the sound and the chat. There you go. Like your beads. Yeah, I might try to do that, Dana. We'll see how things go. It was just dumb. I had a note. I had dates all picked. I had it stuck on the calendar even. See, stuck on the calendar with my dates for. Lisa, Barbara is asking you about the electronic lists. The app. What app do you use for your electronic collections? So, okay, let's see here. I was going to just put this away now. This will work. I'm happy with that. I'm really much happier with this now I cut that off. Okay. New little book page. I don't feel like getting that mess out right this minute, so I think we'll skip that. Use Fantastical paid for calendar for to-dos and appointments. What? I know what we'll do since Lisa is here. Let's doodle on this some. Yeah, let's do that one. And we need to get this back closer though. There you go. All right, but I'm going to need better glasses. And I think we're going to need a thicker. It's just not quite thick enough. Yeah, that's better. You got to have enough of a line to put your white stuff in it later. That's my thing. If I want to put dots and lines and all that later, I need enough of a... Oh, I'm working on your favorite. How about that? You need your writing art and glasses and not your reading chat glasses. Yep, that's what I need, Barbara. I had a picture of me last week wearing both pairs. It's like I got both pairs on my face, so now I can look over the top. I'll mess that one up. I don't like it. There we go. Now, when you have got Mod Podge, a couple layers of it on something, and you go to work on it with a Posca pen, make sure to keep your hands out of it because it does not dry immediately. I dancing class a couple weeks ago, and someone said, "Do you know you've got two pairs of glasses in there?" People are always saying that to me when I walk in because I have my sunglasses and my reading glasses up there. It's like, you know, you've got 2 pairs of glasses on your head. Yep, I know that. Because rather than putting them in my bag, I just leave my sunglasses up there when I walk in somewhere. If you want to go free, since you're on a Mac, you can use reminders. I guess I'm just, you know, for as much as I do electronically, my calendar and my books and everything, my notes to myself, I need to write them down, and typing them is not the same. Um, we all remember things differently, and one of the things that I have found is that if I write it down, I can usually remember it. Of course, it didn't help today. And what's really bad is I've been writing myself notes about this today for the whole week. Now, see how this got real fat right there? And it's not everywhere else. That's bothering me. But another thing that happens is that when you come back with the white, you can put a bigger white design in that black design, and it will fix it. So I'm good right now. Are you going to take a nap or go back outside? Okay, then I'm good for now. I'll holler at you. And I can't stay on very late today because I've got that show I've got to close up. So see how much it changes, though, how much it changes the total quality of it. See how flat this looks out here and how much depth the black makes it. It changes it completely just by putting a black edge around everything. Um, so the heat is getting to Jeffrey. We've had such tremendous heat. This morning, the temperature was 89, but the heat index was 107. So it's very hard to accomplish anything because it's just so hot. And the air conditioner is running constantly. Another thing I will do is on this, once I have totally finished doing all my decoration, I will go back over it with Mod Podge again, because the paint pens, while they're paint pens and they stay on pretty good, they stay on better if they're covered, if they're sealed. Yeah, Barbara, they seem to do that with all the systems, because it's one of the things that Texas Lisa and I have talked about, because I use a editing app from Windows that I've had for years, but it's not on the new computers. And it's not really available anymore. And it works beautifully. And I've had it for years, and it works just wonderfully. And yeah, Dana, it is just brutal out there. Um, my son is working at AutoZone. He's now doing the, just a minute, commercial accounts. He does commercial accounts for AutoZone. He's a mechanic, so, you know. And not yesterday, because he didn't work. Day before yesterday, he had to put 6 batteries in cars for people, because, you know, he was like the person there. That's not a commercial thing, but that's a thing. Okay, so he's working in this air conditioned building, but then he has to go outside and put these batteries in cars for people, or change a tail light or something like that. So he's in and out, and you know, he comes home just drained, because it's exhausting to do that kind of crap in and out. Right now I'm trying to figure out how to tell that you have a Logitech camera attached to it, so you can select it in iMovie, and yeah, yep. This weather is just awful, awful, awful. Okay, so we now have the basis. Now we have to figure out what we want to do next. And I think I want this one. Yes, but it's not really black right now. So we're gonna see if we can shake it up. It's better. Okay, now we have to figure out what we want to do with some of this. Like, all right, see, that's what I don't like. Okay, what's happening is it's not really black. And that is not going to suit me well. I need to go to iMovie settings and OS settings. It's a little envelope journal, Julie. I made these covers before we left on our trip, and I was going to work on them, and it just didn't happen. Okay, let's see if this will work. Oh, this one's really skinny. Well, that's all right. Kind of what I wanted anyway, so. Yeah, it's been a while since I made them, so that'll do. Well, and every time the systems update, Barbara, thing you lose stuff. It's like when Windows updates something, then I lose, connectivity to something, and I have to go in and fight with it to get it back. Got to get some food and more coffee. Okay. All right. So that, I really like how that came out. So I'm going to do that on all of the ones that look like this. Well, and that's a problem, Dana, because if we have that warm water like that, we're going to end up with a bunch of storms come time when it starts to cool down. I did mention, guys, that Jamie's taken, they're already getting barrel rain where Jamie's at. So you guys need to have her in your prayers too, as well as Lisa. Oh, I wonder if Lisa's been watching that storm. Yeah, the only really opaque ones I have found are these, um, and they're a fine line. The Posca pens can be opaque, but a lot of times you have to go back over them. That's the one thing I can say about the Posca pens. Sometimes you have to do it twice. So hi, Kathy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will. And I think it's going to last longer than normal. Okay, that line was very crooked. Oh, it was crooked. This is not something that takes 5 minutes. It takes a while. This much I will tell you. I enjoy it. But it's fun to watch me do it. Okay, I'm glad. Yeah, it's very meditative when I have the time to do it. That's one of the things, I took these on the trip because it's a small enough project, but it takes a lot of time. So, it's something easy, and I can do this on a clipboard. I have a big, long, legal size clipboard. And when you put the legal size clipboard in your lap and lean it against the table edge, it's like having a drawing board kind of thing. And so it makes it very nice to work on, when I have time. But we just didn't sit still. It's like, well, I hate to say this, but we rarely sit still on a trip. We are definitely going west next spring. We got into a Renegade rally in Nevada. So we'll be going to Nevada, which I was going to say we have not camped in Nevada, and I don't think we have. Even when we went to Alaska many, 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 almost 30 years ago. Wait a minute, 25. Yeah, 29 years ago when we went to Alaska. We didn't camp in Nevada. So that will be something new on our list of adventures. Can you guys see? Yeah. Okay. Just want to make sure I wasn't going off screen with this. Posca pins are also something you should learn to use straight up and down. They don't work very well when you tilt them at an angle like you would a regular pen. They like to be held upright. Barbara's back. She got food and probably more coffee. The tea fairy came to see if I needed tea, but I didn't need any yet. Okay, let's look at it again and see what we want to try to do. Okay, and if it's not perfect on the line, I don't freak out about that. Just so y'all know. Well, that doesn't soak into regular white. That doesn't soak hard to find. The Jelly Roll pens are good at that. It's the thickest tip they have. 10 is good. Um, uh-oh. Food Fairy brought her food, but isn't collecting. Uh, I don't know. I don't seem to have a food fairy. I have a tea fairy, but I don't seem to have a food fairy. Although he did just get his own food. But I got mine before I got I knew if I didn't eat then it would be too late to have some lunch. So um it's amazing how much different how less flat. See how this looks really flat? This doesn't. It just always amazes me. Well, that doesn't soak into rain. Yeah, and see, one of the things about these Posca pens is I'm usually going over uh, Mod Podge, my Mod Podge glue mixture, my collage mixture. I think sometimes that helps with the opacity. Opacity, is that the right word? Am I saying that correctly? Not sure. Because I know opaqueness is not right, but I lost one food fairy to San Antonio, but still have 3 left. Oh, they're all working now. What's Sean working at now? I think Rachel's got a couple of jobs. Her daughter is very industrious. Opacity. Okay, thank you. You know, if I read it, I would know exactly what it meant, but to say it is another thing, and to spell it, heaven forbid, that's a non-existent bag. Sean works very part-time at the same dog training daycare that Rach does. Rach has 2 jobs and is the one going nearly 7. Yeah, I thought she had a couple of jobs. And Patrick got to San Antonio all okay. For Artisto and okay. You want to put in a link, Barbara, just in case anybody else is looking for it? I am usually happy with my Posca pens. Now, even that black one is not opaque right now. It seems to have a thin. Yeah, it was so many days. First day of boot camp was 24 hours plus long. Yep. Yeah, and in the heat. Yep. Neighbor kid was in San Antonio a year or so ago. Kathy, that's my craft design is my sister Lisa. We call her Alaska Lisa because her name and Lisa, they're both Lisa Conways. Alaska Lisa and Texas Lisa are both Lisa Conways. That's looking pretty good. I'm kind of liking it. Okay, let's see what we can do with this one. Thanks, Barbara. Lisa, have you talked to Mom this week? I haven't talked to her all week long. I feel bad. I'm not exactly happy with this one. Something about it. It's all right, but how much is that a pen for 5? That's about 7 per pen. Well, I pay close to that for a Posca. What do you pay for a Posca, Julie? This kind of design is the kind of thing that's fun to use uh, magazine pieces for. Because a lot of this is magazine pieces. I'm just looking for more that are. That's a piece of magazine paper. This one is. That one is. So that's kind of cool on magazine paper. Kathy said hi, Lisa. And I said, did you talk to Mom this week? I've been very bad and haven't called her this week. I've been really, really busy. And was it Tuesday? I don't know. One day, Jeff and I went to go to Sam's, and I was not well. I made him bring me home. We didn't go to Sam's. We went to the dollar store to get something, and then we were on our way, and I said, I need you to take me home. Um, the antibiotics for my face have just really done in my stomach this last week, so I have not been well. Okay, sounds like a good idea, Lisa. Just tell her I've just really been busy. I meant to call her a couple of times. It's just I think it's a little better. It's still got a sore spot in it, but it's better. It's not as sore. Um, but I've been having dizzies. You know, can't stand up very fast, can't bend over, and I'm sure that's all tied to my sinuses. So I finished all the antibiotics last night. So hopefully it's opened up enough that it goes away. It is definitely better, and it hadn't been getting better. So, but those stupid antibiotics really killed my stomach. Nothing. I have deviated septum. I have air somethings, holes with air holes in my face. Just a bad sinus infection apparently. And some deviation in my septum of some sort. And like I said, I'd been having a lot of uh, allergies. So, but basically nothing much that they can really do much about other than keep the infection down. Because I'm certainly not going to have surgery over it. Yeah, and the other thing is that whatever it is uh, says that it causes headaches, and when I get a headache, it's usually in my face. So, and I spent I don't can't remember if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, but when we went to go to the store, when we came home, I spent the rest of the day in bed. I don't do that. That's just not my normal. So I'm just looking at this now, figuring out what I'm going to do with the next pieces. Excuse me. Okay, I like this one. We'll work on this one because I think I can see where it's going to go. Yeah, so far it's nothing like that. It's just been pain in my face. It just, well, like I said, I thought it was from dropping the glass into my face. I really did think that that's what caused the owie. I figured it was just super bad bruise, but then it didn't get better, so that's why I went starting to check on it. Okay, I like it, but I don't like it. So it needs more some things. So we're going to put this. you could hear the squeaky, it's really interesting. And I know that looks really strong right now, but when you put white stuff over it, it works. It'll work down the road. Yeah, you can hear the squeak. Yeah. I was like, "Arr." Our neighbors had parties over Friday, last little bit. Um, that's pretty common for holidays. And Jeff said, the music was all right, but everything, he's right, everything has an accordion in it. It's like, okay. I said, because they've got live music over there. That's why. The neighbors behind us have apparently he has friends or family in a band of some sort. So I'm just doing all the dots while I've got this big one out. So, and I'm going to have to go in a few minutes. Um, the bead show I'm working closes pretty early tonight. So daylight's finally coming. Yay! Yeah, Anne's coming on at 4, and I'm probably going to get off just a minute or two before 4, so that I can get back to what I need to do. And by then I'll be out of tea, so I'll have to go get tea before I can get back on the computer. That bend right there is hard to draw on. It's wanting to catch the tip of the pen. Are we making our reservations today? So I will get the August info to you. Okay. That sounds like a plan. Are the kids coming with you? Or have you Jeff asked me about that. I told him there was no way for you to know until later, so I just um just Sean. Okay. Well, we'll make the beds up out in the camper. That way you guys can, stay together. I told Jeff about when it would be. I think Mom will be very pleased. So, okay, sounds good, and thank you. You're welcome. Now, you're gonna fly in? You're not gonna try to drive in, are you? Because that's a long way. I don't know what I'm gonna do to this one. Let's see here. Well, we'll do that for starters. Okay. Don't know if you're coming from San Antonio or Austin. Um, hmm. I think Austin. Hmm. I'm just thinking about whether or not Austin is the bigger airport. I'm not sure. No matter what, they'll probably take you through Dallas. Flying into Pensacola, y'all, is not an easy task. Once I came from South Dakota and I had to change my plane 4 times to get here. Oh, Chris is going to see his sister. Wants to see. Okay. Well, I can understand that too. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to finish this one. I don't think I'm going to go any further because I really need to get off here. And if I get tangled up with it, I'll just want to finish it. You know how that goes? Anyways, so let's see. What did I do today? Not much. I did my little journal page. Oh, I'm going to try to get this coated. And let me see. Which glasses? Where's the right ones? Thanks for the thumbs up, Barbara. Yeah, that would be great. I'm going to try to get this coated and maybe look for some stuff to make a journal out of it, but I just don't want to promise when I'll get it done. Um, because I think it's going to be kind of cool. It's, yeah, especially if I put some fabric on it. So, I am going to say bye. Uh, and I'll see you all next Sunday. I Like I said, Lisa said that they're going to try to get home. She should be home today, but it all depends on how things go for her. Please keep them in your prayers. Keep Jamie in your prayers because you know she's getting hit with a lot of water, and they already had a lot of water. So, bye everybody. Love you all.